Warren Central beaten in the sectionals last year. Franklin Central couldn't get out of the regional. Beatty has the basketball to start the half. He threw it up from 6 and bounced off the front of the rim, and Warriors have it in transition.
You know, Beatty scored the last time he caught it in the post, but that was not against Hazlitt. Hazlitt gave him a hard time, and I'm telling you, this 3-point deficit after it being 7 with under a minute, that was a big, big minute.
Warren Central with the basketball. Spy thought about the 3, kicked it into Hazlitt. Now he'll float it up, 14 from the elbow. No wonder they left him alone.
Yeah, he's open because that's the game plan.
James with the basketball. One thing's for sure, when Mark James and company walked out on the floor tonight, Coach, Hazlitt was not going to beat them. Someone else was going to have to do it. And he hasn't been able to do it so far.
No, he really hasn't. And this game truly, according to James's game plan, shouldn't be this close. But give Warren Central a ton of credit. Hey, they have battled. They've had their own foul trouble. They're on the road, and they're right here in this ball game with a chance to cut it to 1 here.
Beatty misfires on the 3. Cowherd tries to go coast to coast, threw it up a little too short. In transition, Kyle James to Coons, floats it to Beatty,
nice
up
pass.
off the glass and in. Nice diagonal pass in transition.
They threw it up the floor, looked for their guy. Beatty ran hard, got the layup.
In the paint, little spin away. Boy, they're playing a lot of one-on-one basketball.
Yeah.
Hazlitt gets the rebound, taps it up. No, gets his own rebound up off the glass and in. His first 2 of the ball game at the 6.5-minute mark of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you know what? If you got to get it too late, that's a great 2 to get. It's active. I look for them to go right back to him.
38-35, 3-point advantage for Franklin Central. They have the basketball. A close ball game may be a bit more beneficial for Franklin Central because they're more comfortable in a half-court set.
But, you know, Franklin Central, the better team, I think you would say. But a close ball game late, that tightens up the home team sometimes.
Right.
This will be interesting. I would go right back to the big guy, Hazlitt. They went away from him. He's going to pin down opposite and see if they can get it to him in the post. He should be in.
Little high screen, floats away from the basketball. They throw it up off the glass, and he's there for the offensive board and the 2.
That's the best set they have, Mark. They've ran it twice. They've scored twice on it.
He scored 4 straight now, and it's a 1-point advantage for Franklin Central. They have the basketball with 5.5 left.
We're trying to get it to Beatty inside. Let's see if they do it.
Kyle James looking towards Beatty. Doesn't have his hands up like he's looking for the basketball. 3-pointer, no, that's not really their game. Warren Central will allow them to shoot that shot. Cowherd in transition, little bump. They got to call the block. That's a good call.
They've been open, so you shoot them, but if you're going to shoot them, you got to make them.
Kennedy to
Good
Rose.
help. Good help.
Rhodes tied up. Deep lob in on the tie-up. Warren Central maintains possession, so the next time there's a held ball, it'll go to FC.
I'd go right back to the set that pinned down on both sides. Let's see what they go to. Yeah, they're going to go to the ball. Nope.
They'll have him high. Hazlitt out of Kennedy. And that little high man weave, little move, shot fake. Nice 15-footer by Willie Rhodes.
Came off a double screen opposite the on-ball, shot fake, got himself a bucket.
And
uncharacteristic of Franklin Central to go for the shot fake.
And a 1-point advantage for Warren Central, 39-38. FC trying to answer, 3 the other way, bingo. What a big answer by Widener with 8 points now.
Well, they had missed about 5 straight threes. Jordan Widener with a big, big 3, as you said.
Kennedy with the basketball. Bertram in the ball game, so they're going with a little quickness out high. Bertram, the kick, knocked away. Kyle James with the theft. He's going to hurry it up in transition. Great hustle play by Jordan Kennedy.
So every part of the state has a really good tournament.
Beatty with the basketball, wants the baseline, but he's forced by Hazlitt to back it out a little bit. Casey Coons sets up a patient offensive set. 2-point advantage for the Flashes. They have the basketball. And again, Warren Central doing a much better job this half of extending their defense, putting a little more pressure on Franklin Central offensively.
Franklin doing a good job in this possession. They are looking for either a wide open 3 on a pick and pop or something to Beatty on ball reversal into post.
Widener getting screens from Higdon, but can't really do much with them. They go to Kyle James, who will get a screen from Beatty, but a great job by Kennedy stepping around it and rendering it ineffective. Almost a turnover there. Out high where the hash mark once was many moons ago. It's since gone away. Widener with the basketball, drives to the bucket, and gets hacked.
But not on Kennedy's man. They got to eliminate Kennedy from that ball screen, get somebody else drive.
That for FC, trying to get into double figures with 10, and does. So, and drop Warren Central to 3 and 2.
All right, this ball has to go to Hazlitt. He has to touch it.
Kennedy, a high screen from Hazlitt. He's open just inside the arc and threw it up a little short, but there's Rhodes with the rebound. He throws it up in traffic over Beatty. Can't get it to fall. Hazlitt with the rebound, blocked up from behind.
Ball into Hazlitt every single time for the
deficit for his ball club. make that a deuce as he bangs them both home, and he has 6 all in this quarter. 43-41, Franklin Central with the 2-point lead and the basketball. Coons to Beatty. Beatty cross courts it to Kyle James. He wants the baseline, gets in deep, kicks it over in the corner. Coons, a big three from the corner. 6 points for Casey Coons. He really bailed Kyle James out. He got in awfully deep, Coach.
He did. Kyle James was not able to beat Kennedy, but like Steve Nash does, he found a guy in the corner and gave it to him. Here we go.
46-41. Hazlett throws it up over Beatty. Beatty did a nice job just sticking his arms up, and he lost he lost the handle on the way up.
He did, and Hazlett didn't get any separation.
Beatty kicks it over to Coons. Now you might see them really be patient here at the 2.5-minute mark with that 5-point lead.
Yeah, and that's been their game tonight anyway. It's been their game on the last couple possessions.
Little surprised that Kennedy is not the guy hawking the ball out high. Coons from 15, missed fire. Chases it down, has a wide open layup. That's good fundamental basketball right there. Follow your shot, and it comes right back to you. 48-41, 7-point lead for Franklin Central.
Side when he's going to start fouling. Oops.
That one's short, tapped out long. Cowherd's able to track it down. Ball loose on the floor, picked off by Kyle James. That was a big, big series of events in terms of what didn't happen for Warren Central. They missed the free throw, had a chance for the rebound, didn't control it. Franklin Central has it. James, that time with Jordan Kennedy all over him, no call. Now we have a foul.
Go to the arrow and let's play.
That's right. Franklin Central with the inbound lob. Widener with the basketball, under 2 minutes to play. A 6-point advantage for the Flashes at 48-42. Again, both of these ball clubs scoring in the upper 60s to around 70. They won't reach that tonight. James, again, that drive for the baseline, and again, Coons was open. This time, Coons finds Higdon, but Higdon out of control on his way to the bucket.
I don't know why you do that.
Can they take advantage, Warren Central? Baseline drive, shut off his spike, and we have a foul.
Is going to at least make a real swipe at the ball to steal it. Let's see.
Spite has 4 off the bench.
There he goes.
He's played well defensively. Okay. Kennedy commits the foul.
Out of there and let somebody else handle it. There you go. Good. Coons is down the floor. Let him handle it. Beatty can handle it.
Hazlett with hands all over him and draws the foul.
Aren't bad either. Spite's had a nice game athletically. Here's the matchup.
Coons and Kennedy. Kennedy right with him, stride for stride. Coons a nice job breaking the pressure. Beatty comes off a screen, was open, but they missed him. Pretty nice switch out high by Warren Central to keep pressure on the basketball. Seconds start to tick away now. A 4-point lead for Franklin Central. They have the basketball. Going to stay high with it. Under a minute to play now. Spike with a foul.
Work hard as well.
Free throw good. Second one on the way. It too is good.
Yeah, he didn't even touch the net on those two. He was so pure with them.
12 points for him now, 50-44. Warren in a hurry. Back up the floor, finishing one. Oh, they waved that off.
My!
Walked the 15 back off the other way, and one team lost a yard in the process. That one good as well. So both teams getting the job done from the charity stripe. 50-46, 4-point advantage now. A little bump on the dribble. Ooh. Widener maintains possession. Higdon with it. Boy, they really spread the floor in transition. Yeah, Beatty all by himself.
Oh, my.
Throws it up short, gets his own rebound. His teammate picked his pocket.
Make this a one-possession game where you have to make free throws.
Kennedy has the ball roll all the way to the midcourt stripe before the clock stops. They don't need to rush a 3 here.
No, but they need to get something going to the rim, not backwards.
Now working it awfully high. Kennedy shut off on the baseline left. Spike with it to Kennedy from 15. Baseline air ball. Rebound to Franklin Central. I don't think that's your option.
No, and I'll tell you why they got it, though. Mark James went to his zone.
Look who's all by his lonesome in transition. Easy deuce for Goodlow. 9 points for Goodlow off the bench. 52-46. Franklin Central in command. Baseline, left, shot long. Kennedy with a weak side rebound. James picks his pocket. And Franklin Central is going to hold on at home to win this one.